So as you can see, this is the underside of the Red Sea Max 500. As for the note box, that's what I've been using. Because I've got such low amounts, well, I don't have any phosphate registered at all. I think my nitrates are at about 12 parts. So I've been just literally using the standard dosing, which just seems to be reducing everything now to undetectable. I put about 6 mils, that's one for each 100 litres in the main tank, and then an additional mil, which brings it to 6 for the sump down below. So I put 6 mils each day, every 24 hours, and I throw it into the main pump return there, because it mixes well very quickly before it gets, you know, won't touch the fish or anything. And that's it, and I don't seem to have any issues. In fact, what I'm thinking of doing now is getting rid of that bloody reactor that I stuck on, which is there, because there's just absolutely no need for it. I was a bit unhappy really with the shop because they sold that to me, and it was only when afterwards I'd read about the no-pox and what have you. And they then had to contradict what they were saying and saying, well, you don't need a phosphate reactor if you're using no-pox. So anyway, it's just sat in there. It's obviously more maintenance, more junk in the sump, so I'm going to be getting that out at some point. As you can see, the protein skimmer is getting rid of an absolute lot of crap. It stinks, it's green, as you can see there, and it's filling up all the time with that. As you can see, there's a gunk around where the bubbles are as well. That's a build-up because I have not been put it on the wash cycle every day. I'd rather just take the thing off and get rid of all the horrible sediment that builds up. And I think a lot of the sediment is comprised of what you scrape off the actual glass on the display. And I think, well, obviously it's getting into the sump, and then the skimmer's getting it off. But I think a lot of that there is probably the algae I'm scraping off the glass on a daily basis. Hair algae is virtually non-existent now, as you can see. There is just nothing. I've had the 2 sea hairs non-stop on the thing, and so that's pretty much it. I haven't done any water changes yet, and the tank has been running now for about 2.5 weeks with no water changes. The only thing I've changed in here is the well, I'm just putting water in the reservoir for the auto top-up system there, and I'm putting probably about 20 litres, maybe once every 4 or 5 days. I mean, it really does eat RO. I don't have a reverse osmosis unit. I'm just literally going to the shops and buying it. You know, I'd be here forever topping that bloody thing up there, so I'd rather just go and buy it from the shop. It's much easier. I have still not synced the lights. I've read the instructions and found out that there is a sunset and a dawn, or whatever it is, a dusk setting, and then there's a moonlight setting, which is for all night when the lights are off but the LEDs come on. So I'm still trying to suss out how to calibrate that system. It's driving me up the bloody wall. I think I may have put the tubes in a different way, but it's a way that I'm happy with though, because I'm quite happy with this light. And what they recommend in the book doesn't give you this much light. Their way of setting out the light bulbs. So yes, at the moment I don't have a bloody dawn till dusk, but you know, it's not we're not on the sea. It's not anything like the sea. It never will assimilate the sea. So you know, I think that's just being stupid really. So I'm just getting on with what I need to do and putting the lights on for the photo period, you know, for the anemone and other corals that are starting to shoot out of the rock. I have yet to fill the tank with corals, but that's just a slow process, which I will get onto soon. I've got plenty of space, and like I said, I've moved all the rocks around, and there's lots of crannies and what have you, so that should be fun. And there's a surface agitation, and now I am coming to the end of this clip.